all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another rousing edition of the BREADren podcast with a new segment shoot off that we're gonna start calling Cocktail Convos, where myself, my colleagues, Mr. Wells and Dr. Loving, will come on and we'll just have casual conversations with some what we like to call success veterans. And one of our first guests, and I'm proud to say, is a personal friend of mine, fellow alumnus of the Olympics Tuskegee University. Mr. Gregoire Tillery, owner,
yes, sir,
operator of the world famous Weedex Chicken and Shrimp, based out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Man, how you doing,
big
brother?
blessed, man. I'm feeling great, man. I bet you people don't know. I guess we'll get to it. That you was the very first person that gave me a $20 bill at the food truck. So, you know what I'm saying? You know I love you to death, bro. So very proud of you. So, we got memories and memories and memories of just some good times at Tuskegee, man. So, I love you to death, bro. Let's get this thing on and pop it.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, so from food trucks to franchises, we definitely going to get to that.
Let's get
like
it.
I said, G-Till is the owner of Weedex Chicken and Shrimp. If you've never heard about it, you ain't been in New Orleans in a while, so you'll find out about it after you hear this. But we just going to have some casual conversation, bro. And one of the biggest things that I want to talk about immediately, obviously, with everything going on in the world, are you running a restaurant, not only running a restaurant, running multiple locations. I know towards the beginning of the pandemic, you were in the process of actually building and opening up a new location. I think you're still in the process of building one.
Yes.
Right at the beginning of the pandemic, you had opened up the one at Oakwood Mall, I believe, like a little bit right before. So just, to start off on that, talk a little bit about the growth and expansion that you were able to do in this pandemic. Because I can list it off. You got the seasoning line, which you expanded during the pandemic. You're now in, I think all of the Ralphs and supermarkets across Louisiana. You got distribution going online. And the restaurant took a hit. That's understandable because with what's going on. But you were also able to kind of shift gears a little bit and say, okay, the restaurants kind of got to take we got to switch some things around. Let's focus on the season. The season is booming. And as a personal user of the Creole, you know what I'm saying, I'm glad to see it.
My dog.
Just kind of talk about that a little bit of, the process of you having to switch, to pivot a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
That's the word. Yeah, man. Well, hey, yeah, you're right. So we was in the process, still in the process of opening up our first drive-through location, which was in the New Orleans East area, and then had to stop because we started doing work on top of opening up in Pecan Land Mall. We was, so we was trying to open up two locations at one time, but had to slow down and put a hold on the New Orleans East location, which is going to be our first drive-through, which is going to do extremely, extremely well from my point of view, because in the New Orleans East is really a food desert. There's not really a lot of food spots for people to eat at. And then New Orleans East got like 60, 70, 80,000 people that stay out there. But as COVID starts to dwindle back down and things slow back down, we're going to go back into finishing the construction and rocking and rolling. But yeah, man, wound up and then talking about the Pecan Land Mall location that I opened up. So I opened up Oakwood. That was like in August of 2019. And then going into 2020, because I shut all of my locations down. I shut so Oakwood, Canal Street, Marrero, and then Pecan Land Mall that we opened up in March of 2020, but opened up Oakwood in 2019, wound up having to close all for the open up Pecan Land Mall for like 10 days, which the response that we was getting in Monroe, which our Pecan Land Mall location is about 4.5 hours away from New Orleans, but the response that we was getting when we first opened up, and even now, man, it's just absolutely amazing because, like I said, it's 4.5 hours away. And people just, showing nothing but love and support. So we had to open up for 10 days over there in Monroe and then close right back down. And then, like I said, the Oakwood Shopping Center, we didn't even get a chance to make a year because we had to close down going into 2020, March 2020. So, it just, it was rough, bro. I wound up shutting all of my locations down for 8 months. Had to wind up pivoting. You know what I'm saying? You said it, best. I had to pivot, and my seafood. I mean, I'm about to talk about my seafood boil. But my seasonings had been in Rouse's for some years now. It's going on probably about 3 years now, and I never really pushed it the way that I've been pushing it now. And soon as I closed the stores down, I had to pivot, because I'm like, man, I got to have some kind of income coming in, because right. I mean, I'm not able to generate nothing with the stores being closed down. And on top of the stores being closed down, that money just didn't go away. They didn't just brush that underneath the table. That money is still being paid back. So, it was just, it was, I tell people all the time, man, when you think about 2020, it was just a year of just being real uncomfortable, bro. I was very, very uncomfortable. I was very, very isolated. I was going through a lot of stuff personally, going through a lot of stuff with the business. I just was being stretched, and, forced to grow. And, now, bro, 2021, COVID is still going on, but all of the stores are back open. You know what I'm saying? We reopened all of the stores. And then, like you're talking about, just with the seasoning line, done recently came out with the Wazam buffalo sauce. We came out with the sweet heat seasoning. We already had the Creole and the garlic parmesan. Thank you for your support, bro. You've been supporting me since the beginning, which is the reason why it was a no-brainer. All you had to say was, man, look, hey, I need you on the podcast. Like I told you, bro, I'm hitting back ASAP, because, I consider you, not just a friend, not just a close friend, but I consider you a brother. Like, I feel like, with me and you, like, just even going back from freshman year, you know what I'm saying? We always just, you just always just been my brother, bro. So I love you to death, but I had to say that, bro. Cause I actually came across, I posted a picture last night. Me and my little brother, yesterday was his birthday, posted a picture of me and him, that same night being on a food truck. You know what I'm saying? And I always think about it, bro. Every time I see, you better don't post on Instagram, but every time, I see your page, you like that everything that I put up. You just always showing love, bro. You just always been solid with me, bro. And I just will never forget when, like I said, when you came up to the truck, put a big ass smile on my face, bro. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you. When I started on that food truck, bro, and I told my brother this last night. I called him last night, and after we had got up early in that day, I called him last night because I was thinking about him. And I was just like, bro, I was so scared, bro. I was like, it was just, I had this fear inside of me because I jumped out of my comfort zone. I was still working at Frito-Lay. So, and, it was right before, like, I ain't never ran no business, I never owned a business, I should say. The only business that I ran was, for another corporation who had everything, structured for me. But it just, like I said, last night, it just, just brought me back to that place. And I told him, I was like, bro, I was just so scared, man, when I was on that truck. But just looking at you, having my brother on that truck with me, I was like, bro, I cannot fail. I'm like, not about to, I done did this. I'm like, man, I can't fail. So, yeah, bro, it just, it's been a long journey, bro. People like, man, you don't open up all these restaurants, this, and the third, all this stuff happening is, when you start, I'm like, I started in 2012, 2013. It's like, that's such a short time. Well, for people, it may seem like it's such a short time, but it's been a long journey for me. And it's been a lot of trials and tribulations that I've experienced and things that I've went through just being on that truck. So from that mug catching on fire to, the clutch going out on me, the head gasket blowing on me, the electricity going out on me, generators breaking on me, bro. Just if it wasn't one thing, it was another. And it's just like I tell people, man, tuition ain't free. We went to Tuskegee. You had to pay for that tuition, bro. You got to pay for them lessons, man. And that's just what I'm doing, man. And that's just what has happened. But I'm a firm believer of everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. God, one, is never going to put more on you than you can handle. And then two, when he wants you to grow, he's going to make you very, very uncomfortable. And three, you just got to be consistent and just be persistent, and just whatever it is that you're going through, it may not manifest right now, but if you keep on pouring into that, whatever that is, whatever that, whether it be podcast, whether it be your own business, whether that be going to law school, being a doctor, being a entrepreneur in any kind of sort, you keep on pouring into that, eventually it's going to manifest. So, but yeah, man, it's just been a long journey, AJ. It's been a very, very long journey, bro. But very, very grateful and thankful. Very, very grateful and thankful for everything, though.
Most definitely, and like you said, we known each other now for years, and I've always followed along with what you got going. And like you said, I was there. For the longest, everybody who knows me, this. But every year I would go to Essence. I would always come to Essence Festival. Like from 14 until probably like that, maybe a year or two after that. I think maybe a year or two after that, because I hit you up and you were supposed to be over in the food truck village, because it was like the first year they did the food truck village at the convention center. And yes, you were there the night before. The next day that I was able to I was going that way, you weren't able to make it. But that was like the last year that I went. But every year for my birthday, because my birthday July 4th, I'm always there. And you and I have been, we have been keeping in touch, and you were saying, yo, I'm doing a food truck. And you was, posting your journey. You bought the truck. I remember what it looked like. It was this old, dusty white truck, and white, and you painted it, had the purple magenta color with Weedettes on it. You was fixing it up, and I hit you up. I was like, where you gonna be? You was like, man, I'm trying, man. You was already going with something was going on with the truck that day.
I was dealing with the electricity.
Something was going on. And like you was like, man, I was like, man, well, look, whatever it do, and literally it was like late that night, and like it had to be after 10. It was a little bit down the street from the convention center.
I was on Convention Center Boulevard.
I pulled up on you. I was like, whatever you got, let me get it. You handed me the light. I plugged the light up, and you was like, yo, how's it looking? I was like, yo, it's New Orleans. I was like, people is out, man. And so I was like, I was just proud to see you seeing your vision to fruition. Like you didn't like you said, a lot of stuff leading up to that. Could have easily said, you know what, let me cut my losses. I just spent this money on this truck. I didn't put all of this, put all of this time and effort into it. I can quit now. You did it. You kept going. And then after that, even after that, like I remember seeing you times when you'd be like, like the city. That's one of the beautiful things about New Orleans is, and it kind of mimics places like Tuskegee, where it's just like the city will show you love. People there will show you love if you're doing the right things, and you were. And so I remember times you have a line, like just a line of people just waiting to get your food. I know the food truck ain't got no air. One of the fryers going out, and you steady cooking and delivering it to people's cars. I remember one day it was pouring down rain, and you was posting like, yo, I'm out here in the rain with a trash bag on, getting people their food so they don't got to get out of the car. And, it looks one way to some people, but to me, I'm like, man, this man is providing A1 customer service to people. And it's like, some people some people have an image of a food truck, and it's like, yo, it's just a food truck. Just, stop, pop, get your food and get gone. But like you was providing Chick-fil-A customer service and the atmosphere. Like I remember at one point you had on the table something, like it was like you made it an experience. Like people knew they were gonna come, they were gonna have good conversation from you. You was gonna greet them with a smile. No matter what was going on, you smiled. People that you brought on with you, they smiled. It was an experience. And it was, and honestly speaking, you selling chicken. You know what I'm saying? You're not selling, extravagant filet mignon steaks and nothing. Not to downplay what you do, but it was like what really propelled you, in my opinion, was your persistence, like you said, your attention to detail, customer service, and you literally went from the one food truck and you upgraded, And now you got 4 locations, bro. And so my next question to you
Crazy,
is,
bro. Crazy.
What made you decide you wanted to take the food truck to California?
Well, Cali, well, first of all, bro, just to touch on what you said, like, dog, like, I don't know if you see, well, you'll probably see this when you play it back, but like, man, dog, like, you just don't know how, like, cheesed up that had me, bro. Like, because I forgot that I talked to you earlier that day, and then you wound up still pulling up on me because I didn't know I was dealing with so much stuff with the truck then, trying to even get it ready to go on the road. So, and you know what, bro, like, and but it's like, I know that I learned this, and I learned this when I was at, I learned this when I was working at Frito-Lay. My mentor, Don Solomon, who I love very much, man. When I first got to Frito, he told me, he said, it's not about the potato chips, it's about the people. Because without the people, the potato chips ain't gonna move. And I always kept that in the back of my mind. I gotta take care of the people, because if I'm not taking care of people, they're not gonna come back. If I'm not providing top-notch service, they're not gonna come back. I'm in New Orleans, man. It's thousands of restaurants. Better yet, somebody giving me a chance being on a food truck. So it's like, with me, I've always just had that customer service just over the top, making sure people are straight. Like, that's what my purpose is. Like, my purpose in life is, you know, and I got this I got it tatted on my arm. You can't really see it. It's kind of awkward, but it says, keeping people fed is my only peace of mind now. Right. And you know what I'm saying? I stole that from Drizzy, but you know, it was more along the lines of not necessarily keeping people bellies full, but it was like just just having people like just with like, especially now, because I got this, you know, after I started expanding into the trucks and stuff. I mean, after I started expanding into the restaurants, but not only keeping people's bellies full, but keeping their mind, like giving people, you know, people. You're right. Yeah, people, exactly. Pouring into people, feeding into people. Like every time, you know, somebody hit me up, say, look, I want to do a food truck. I want to do a restaurant because I was doing food truck when it wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? I started doing the food truck, especially in New Orleans, before it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Before social media was or is what it is now. You know what I'm saying? Right. I tell people all the time, I learned a lot of stuff about the food truck from being on YouTube. And this was in 2012, 2013, before YouTube was really blew up the way it is blowing up now. So, right. But yeah, bro, it just, you know, it just always was something. But then just going, you know, answer your question, you asked me like, what made me want to go out to California? Well, I got an opportunity from one of my close friends, a good brother, somebody I consider my brother. His name is Nicholas May, and Nick wound up having his opportunity for me to cook for Shaquille O'Neal's wife, Shaquille O'Neal's ex-wife, Shawnee's, their son, for his 16, like his sweet 16. And he was like, yo, bro, I got this opportunity. I told him about the truck. What's up? And I'm just like, man, say less. I'm like, say less. Right. Had the truck shipped all the way to Cali, or whatever the case may be. Because originally I wanted to drive it and go to each stop, eat this different states, right, do all of that. Yeah, make it a tour. But bro, at the time I would have been improvising and not had a plan. And it would have been great footage. It would have been great. But I just know at that time it would have been a lot. Now I could do it because it'll be a lot more planned out, a lot more structured. You know, we'll be able to support the funds to be able to do what it is that we needed to do. But, you know, I got the call from him and he told me, and I was like, man, say less. And I shipped the truck out there and then wound up, you know, doing the truck or whatever the case may be out there. And it was my food truck. Now the laws in New Orleans is different from the laws in LA. So that's why if you see my food truck in New Orleans, it's 10 times different than the one I had in LA. You know what I'm saying? So it's the one I had in LA is 10 times bigger. You know what I'm saying? So but I just the opportunities, bro. Like even at that event, got a chance to cook for Blueface. I think Tony Hawk was there. Chief Keef. I think Chief Keef was there. You know, and then Shani. And then I had to cook to go wings for Shaq. So, you know, I didn't get a chance to meet Shaq, you know what I'm saying? But Shani came over there. She showed nothing but love or whatever the case may be. It was a great experience. And then from there, I was like, man, and my boy was like, man, you need to get the truck out here. So I was like, so then like I started working on getting the truck out there. So I wound up getting the truck in LA, man. And the opportunities just, I mean, you see, I mean, it was just unbelievable, bro. Getting a chance to, you know, pull up on my boy Matt Barnes, and Stack, on it, you know, the All the Smoke podcast that they got.
Right.
And on that day, got a chance to cook for D Wade, and then that's how I developed the relationship with D Wade, which eventually turned into me going cook for him at his house, you know, cooking for D Wade, you know, Gabby, Roxy, Essence. You know, it was star-studded, you know, and I got a chance to do this at their house, which was cool. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, got a chance to cook for Steph Curry. And that was amazing, all in its own, or whatever the case may be, just been on that podcast. But then, you know, flipping the script, you know what I'm saying? Being able to cook for Ava DuVernay, you know what I'm saying? Which was mind-blowing. And then Ava wound up setting me up to cook on, you know, other TV shows that she came out, that she was coming out with, that she directed. That I got a chance to cook for her. Got a chance to cook for Morris Chestnut. Got a chance to cook for Lawrence Fishburne. You know what I'm saying? Like, just amazing. I pulled up on my dog Andy Davis, which is birthday today, and I actually got some footage that I'm about to post on the page. Like when I pulled up on him in LA out there, you know what I'm saying, and got a chance to cook for him. So, bro, it's just been it was a no-brainer. And then like even when I started having a food truck just out in LA, I used to pull up to this spot called The Dime, right? And the spot is like it's like a fly spot on I think it's on Fairfax. And shit, man, my boy Nico always then my dog Dan Rue. I gotta shout out my dog Dan Rue. That's my brother, you know what I'm saying? I got a chance to cook for Snoop. Dan introduced me to Uncle Snoop. Dan introduced me to Uncle Snoop. Uncle Snoop invited me over there to the compound, pulled the truck over there, man, set it out. It just was amazing. And that's a relationship that I was able to develop with him. You know what I'm saying? Dan called me probably about 2 weeks ago. And when I was out in LA this last time, cooking for someone, Dan wound up pulling on me. He was like, yeah, man, Unc wanna you know, fix Unc a plate to go. I'm like, say less, you know what I'm saying? So then, you know, I get them the wings, put the sauces and the seasonings in there again. And then I get a call from Dan like 2 weeks ago, and he hit me on a FaceTime, and it's late. It's like probably like 11 to 12 o'clock. And I'm like, what up, boy? And then he like, man, somebody mad at you. I'm like, who mad at me? He's like, man, somebody mad at you. I'm like, who? I'm like, why they mad at me? I'm like, what the hell I did? He was like, man, so then he put the camera, you know what I'm saying? He put the camera on Unc, you know what I'm saying? And Unc like, what up? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's up, Unc? You know what I'm saying? And they was like, man, we got to get the food truck back out there, you know what I'm saying, to come cook. And I'm like, say less whenever, you know what I'm saying? I'm booking the flight, and then I'm headed out, you know what I'm saying, to cook, you know what I'm saying? I got the utmost respect for Uncle Snoop. So, you know what I'm saying? He showed me so much love. Him and all his partners that was over there just showed me so much love. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? His sons and everything. So, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's just been amazing. Just the positions that God has blessed me and to put me in, bro, has just been amazing. And it, you know, it has really just helped the brand to grow and help business to be consistent and just giving me the credibility that I needed, you know what I'm saying, to sustain and, you know, to draw more people to come into the stores. So, you know, it's been a blessing, bro.
No, most definitely. I think one of the biggest takeaways from right now is somewhat of a fearlessness that you know, hopefully people can get from you. Cause like me, you know, I'm on the inside looking in and the outside looking in sometimes. Cause you know, I do talk to you, we don't talk every day. But like you said, I hit you up and it's as if we, you know, back on the yard kicking it, trying to figure out what we're going to do Friday night, Saturday night, whatnot.
No, not Friday night. Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. Don't forget about Thursday night.
And if we out Monday, we doing it on Sunday night too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But it's this fearlessness because every, you know, a lot of these junctures that you come in with, you know, a lot of these obstacles that's coming your way is as if it's like let's push through it. And, you know, obviously there's probably some hesitation, a little fear in your mind, but if it was enough to stop you, it would have stopped you, and it didn't. And I think that's one of the biggest takeaways is, you know, you got your food truck, everything is going good, you know, everything is seemingly going good in New Orleans, and then somebody hit you up like, yo, come to LA with your whole truck. And you just like, let's do it. Nobody said, you know, some people might be like, yo, you know, I'm not, you know, I don't want to come out there infringing on nobody else. They got their food trucks, man. Call somebody else. I got my stuff going here. I'm trying to open up another location. We got the seasons going. Opportunity came and knocked on your door. And you opened it wide open. It's like, come in and make yourself at home. And I think that's one of the biggest takeaways is, you know, when it does present itself, whether you ready or not, sometimes you gotta just let it in. You know what I'm saying? Because I think, you know, the fear and doubt, self-doubt will kind of take over people a lot where it's like, hey, you know, you'll outweigh yourself with pros and cons. You'll put more cons on the list purposefully to talk yourself out of situations. So, like I said, I'm going to continue to say it. I'm proud of you, bro, because it's, you know what I'm saying, opportunity and obstacles have come your way. You know what I'm saying? It's like playing the video games when Mario, where you used to jump, get the mushroom to get big. As soon as you fall down, you run into one of the things that make you smaller.
No. Yeah, I got
exactly.
You. Yeah, bro.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like, let it stop you.
But here's the thing, bro, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you, bro. It's just, bro, I honestly feel like as high as I want to go, as much as I want to accomplish, God gonna bless me with it. But all I gotta do is just continue to do what He wants me to do.
True.
That's it. So the fearlessness that you have, that you see from me, I do a lot of, I'm in my head a lot, bro. I do a lot of thinking. Like, I'm always by myself. I'm always like isolated. I do a lot of thinking. All I do is think, bro. Like, I'm always just thinking and processing things. And when I see an opportunity, it's like I'm just 100 miles an hour. I'm a freight train, bro. It's just a freight train, dog. Because I've always just, I don't know, whatever I do, I'm 110 miles an hour with it. I have to. I can't fail. And it's not saying that I have not failed.
Right.
I can't. It's like I can't fail. So it's okay for me to be presented with obstacles and it to set me back. But total failure is me not overcoming that adversity. Exactly.
Right.
And not even attempting and not even overcoming that adversity and not trying to figure it out, because guess what? We're going to figure it out. But here's the thing, though. Even with that, everything that you go through, you're going through for a reason, because it's setting you up in life for something else. Prime example. I'm about to let you know how all the dots played out. High school, right? High school. When I was in my high school, I used to go to Sam's Club every morning. I used to spend $40. I used to get Frito-Lay chips, Capri Suns, Milky Ways, Big Texas honey buns, right? I used to take that, put it in my football bag, carry that mug around school, and I used to sell snacks in class. in high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I get to Tuskegee, I wound up getting accepted into the Thurgood Marshall Leadership Conference. Me, Drew, who else was there? I forgot who else was represented by Tuskegee, but Mike, you remember Mike, Money Mike?
Yeah.
Mike actually in New Orleans right now working. He actually down here working now. But shout out to my boy Drew Sanders. You know what I'm saying? My boy got the web brand, so I'm definitely gonna plug that. Our boy.
He'll be on here soon too.
Yeah,
he on the list too.
So
he on the short list.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So but then wound up getting accepted to the Thurgood Marshall Leadership Conference, which at the Thurgood Marshall Leadership Conference, we represented Tuskegee. So not only did we represent Tuskegee, but it was opportunities, it was job fairs, it was career fairs, it was all kind of stuff that they had for us, which allowed me to get the internship that I landed with Nike. And I don't know if you remember me getting that internship.
Yep.
Got the internship with Nike. Fast forward, I put that on my resume. I land a job with Frito-Lay, the same company whose snacks I was selling. Now, fast forward, the connection that I have with Nike is all of the players that I'm cooking for that have deals with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's crazy, bro. Like, it's crazy. And I still keep in contact with some of my partners who I got to introduce you to. My partner, Jason Maiden, who was, if you Google him, he designed some of Jordan shoes. So if Rosalind Gold, who is one of the dopest broadcasters in the game, we interned together. You know what I'm saying? At Nike. Man, everything happened. It happens exactly the way it's supposed to happen, bro. Like going fast forward, we work in the Frito-Lay. What I did with Frito-Lay, I sold products into stores, right? I started to understand supply chain. I started to understand packaging. I started to understand barcode. I started to understand, and even though my job wasn't from the manufacturer side, I still saw it. I still felt it. I still dealt with it. And now what I'm doing now, exactly. So now what I'm doing now, I'm selling my products to those same grocery stores. So it's just, that's why I tell people, bro. That's why I tell people, when you going through everything, you got to embrace that. Like when you uncomfortable, you got to embrace that because you being stretched to grow, because it's something else coming that you are being prepared for.
Most definitely. Growth. I tell people all the time that growth is definitely uncomfortable, man. Puberty, everybody go through puberty, and it's one of the most uncomfortable periods of your life as an adolescent. So, and that don't stop as you grow as an adult. Life is going to grow you, and you can either buckle under pressure, get in the fetal position, or you can stand tall and try to weather the storm. And you know what I'm saying? So that's definitely good advice and insight with, don't, growth is uncomfortable. So you really got to embrace it. But recently, you did a lot of name dropping. Like you know a lot of people, bro. You connected with a lot of people now. But to me personally, and to a lot of people in our age range, one of the biggest things that I've seen lately is you've been in the same rooms with the legend Master P. And but here's why I want to take this combo, because everybody knows Master P is the hood dream. He rapped, he acted, played in the league, he owned some teams. He actually started up the mixed gender basketball league. Like everything, he's done everything that anybody growing up, any young black man was like, I want to do one of those things. Master P did it all, and so anybody would be grateful to take business.
Let's have this conversation right now. Let's have this conversation right now.
So look, anybody would be blessed to have a conversation with Master P just on the business tip. But here's where it gets more interesting for you. Please. You and Master P are now in the same industry. So you get because this man now, it's like, okay, you can talk to him just straight business because he's a businessman. But now he's directly in your industry, in the food industry, where he got
cereal. He got cereal. He got baking soda. He got chips. He got sauces. He got pancakes. He got, man, whatever you name it, dog. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. Let me tell you the story when P first came into the restaurant. When he first came on Canal Street, bro. Let me tell you the story. And I told on this when we was together in Miami. He came in the restaurant I make a phone call to my team. I'm like, look, Master P about to come in the restaurant. I'm like, please make sure everything is perfect. Make sure it's right. Make sure it's clean. Just make sure everybody just doing what they need to do. Cool. Floors get mopped right before he come with Fabuloso. At the time, I had concrete. You mop the floors with Fabuloso, what you think happens? Master P comes through the doors. He had on his fresh shoes. He fresh to death. All you hear is floor sticky as hell, bro. Floor sticky. I was so embarrassed. I'm like, oh my God. The conversation I'm having a conversation with him, listening to him, and the whole time, I'm in my mind. The floors are sticky. It's every step that he take is squeaking. It's squeaking. That next weekend, bro, matter of fact, he was in town, and the next weekend was Essence. I called up. Matter of fact, he came in the store, I think, on like a Tuesday. After he left by Wednesday, I already called my contractor and said, I need tile on everything. 2,200 square feet, I need tile in there. 2,200 square feet, tile. I don't care. But he didn't budge, bro. He didn't say, man, he didn't do none of that. He didn't make me feel any other kind of way, but he continued to pour on me ownerships, products. That's all he kept telling me. Right then, right? So fast forward now, like when I'm in his presence, dog, like I told him that story when I had told him like what happened and how much I appreciate him. And then from that, what I wound up doing with the tile. And then, when I met up with him, it was like a month ago or something in Miami, the first time, I told him that I'm like, P, like that just meant so, like it just meant so much to me, but it showed me like I gotta invest in me. I gotta make sure like this, when you walk in that mug, like it's everything is solid, everything is good. So right. I said that to say this, like now currently when I'm around him, all I do is just soak up information, bro. Like the way that this dude, excuse me, hold on, bro. Okay. The way that this dude, hold on right quick. Give me 1 second. You can keep all that too. It's all, you good.
I paused it, man. But hey, look, that's the life of a business, man. But I paused it, man. You good, but hey,
no, you could, man. If you record, man, record it. This because this is what it is. This is all day long. But yeah, going back to P, bro, and like it just like when I'm around him, bro, I just soak up all the information, bro. Like, when I was at the headquarters at Rap Snacks, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you've seen the picture that I had posted. I was with Mr. James Lindsay, who was the CEO of Rap Snacks, right? And him right. him and Master P, they I don't call him Master P, I call him Uncle P. So him and Uncle P, they business partners or whatever the case may be. And he introduced me to him, bro, and just, you know, just the love that Master P, that Uncle P just showed me, bro, it's ridiculous, man. He told him, like, you know, I was able to present my products to him and showed him my products and all of that kind of stuff, bro. It just was amazing, dog. Like, and like when I'm around him, bro, I just listen to him. It's like, I'm like a sponge, dog. Like, I listen to like everything he talk about. And then the biggest thing that I love most importantly about him, bro, is like how he feels about his family, how, you know, the things that he do for his family. Like, he talk about God all the time, bro. He talk about God all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When he came down to New Orleans, bro, I met up with him and I was able to go feed senior citizens, bro, with him, bro. Like, that's all he do is he just do good work. He always just taking care of people, like putting, like right now you go on his page, bro, he highlight none, but every day he highlight minority businesses.
Right, for free.
For free.
That's free. Shout out to another Ski alum, Chastity Pritchett, with Emblem Olive Oil. He featured her on there. So shout out to her.
Yep.
Gotta reach out to her. She'll be on here soon too.
Yep. Put on there. But ask me what you want to ask me with him, bro. It just that when I just think about just being in his presence, bro, and just all of the wealth of knowledge that he has, bro, is just, dog, I'm telling you, like you said, this dude done did everything, bro. Like, he done clothing line, shoes, rap industry killed it.
It's easy to name the things he had done at this point, because it is. Bro.
But guess what? When I'm around him, nothing but he just taking calls, just working. Dude, working. I'm telling you, bro, work ethic just unmatched, bro. Like, I'm like, oh, I gotta go harder. And I'm 24/7 with it, bro. But every day he working, you know what I'm saying? Business, guess what? You see him posting, he working out every day. I mean, it's nonstop. It's nonstop, bro. So yeah, bro. We could talk about that all day long, bro. I mean, but ask me what you want to ask me. I know what you want to ask me, bro. But when you bring that up,
that was it. It was just. You put it in the words how you wanted to put it, because it was just, you know, it's one thing, like you said, like we all, like P has done all of these things, but now for you specifically, like y'all are in the same lane, you know, like anybody, any business person or anybody black is like, you know, yeah, I would love to, you know, Master P is in that, you know, top 5 list of people that you want to talk to, business people, you know, you just like Jay-Z, Master P, Diddy, probably, you know, J Press, those type of people, especially music moguls, whatnot. Master P's that one who's been, you know, he's done all kind, like he's done every level. He's been an athlete, he's been a rapper, he's been a businessman, he's directed movies, funded movies, and that's the other thing, he's done the whole thing. And his ownership speech is one of the ones that surpasses a lot of other people, because at every point of his life, everything he's done, he's owned. The only time he didn't own something was when he played basketball. And that's part of the reason why he didn't stay playing basketball is, you know what I'm saying? It's like he worked for somebody else. He was like, you know, I'm going to do this by my own rules. So, you know, but now it's like, it's even more special to me that you're having these conversations with him and y'all are in the same lane of, you know, food products. And, you know, and both of y'all running parallels. It seems, you know, like you say, from the outside looking in, the time frame, because it's like maybe a year and a half ago, we saw Master P talking about Mangiati, dropping the shoes, and then now all of a sudden this year it was like, okay, he got to deal with rap snacks, and they're gonna take it to the next level, and they added more chip flavors. And it's like, oh, cool, Master P owns some chips,
and it's like, noodles, pancakes, baking sodas, come on, bro.
He's like, look, I'm taking over this whole aisle in the grocery store, and you. In the same running parallel, it's like you started out with your 2 seasons, Creole garlic Parmesan, and now you add a sweet heat, you add the crab boil, you got the hot sauce. And ain't no telling what's coming next, but it's like
got the red beans, got the red beans, got the ranch dressing, got the ketchup. Come on, and that I ain't told nobody that. I'm telling you right now.
Exclusive.
Cause guess what? The original conversation when we first started, you said pivot. So when I had to pivot when them stores was closed, guess what? I had to pivot into them products. And guess what? I love, man, bro, when I tell you I done fell in love with, I'm just, with the whole process, the samples, to the finding the right bottle that it's going to be in, to the barcodes, to the labels, to just, having the conversations to pitch it to the stores. Man, bro, I'm having fun, dog. Like, I'm having fun. But everything happens for a reason. Because guess what? In 2020, I wasn't having fun.
Right.
I was uncomfortable. Dog. But guess what? When you forced to stretch, it's time to elevate. It's time to elevate. And like I said, you asked me, it's the fearlessness comes from me because I know that as high as I want to go, I'm able to go. As high, whatever I want to do, I'm able to do. Whoever I want to get in front of, eventually I'll be able to get in front of. I've always looked up to Master P. Always. I always looked up to Master P. Being from New Orleans, and seeing like how you name dropping all the stuff that this dude did, bro. Like, and this before, like, this is me growing up.
Oh, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This before me growing up.
Anybody in our age range is like, like I said, is Master P is one of those people. It's like, yo, I want to have a conversation with him just on some business. If you business anything, he's one of those people. It's like, you know what, I want to have a conversation with him because you've seen him do it right, and it's like, and you being from New Orleans, it's like magnified.
It's 10 times over.
Now he can, like, y'all can talk directly because, like, he can give you good business advice in general. Now he's like, I can give you business advice on this, exactly what you're doing. So it's like,
AJ, one word, bro, surreal. One word, surreal. Bottom line, it's surreal, bro. Like, I can't even, I can imagine, but dog, I just be like, damn, like, this crazy, like, and he giving me the game. He telling me what I need to do. I'm seeing the way this man in me is the way he carry himself. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the way I need to handle myself. I see when he walk in the room, how he command the room. It don't matter who he in front of, who he gonna be him. But guess what? You gonna respect it. I'm telling you, dog, it's just the way he moved, bro, is just so gangster, bro. Like, it's just to see it like in person. Like I said, man, just that alone, that charged my battery up. Like, that's why I'm on 1,000 right now. Like, I'm telling you, dog.
It's a few of those business people on that level that, no matter where they are or what platform they're on, I'm gonna take the time to sit down and watch it. Master P is one, Rick Ross is another one, Jay-Z is another one. But like those people, when they talk, part of it is, the vernacular and the way they talk. They make it very, digestible. They don't speak in high level business jargon and stuff. They speak very real, but it's a lot of game to be soaked up. So, they like you said, Master P, Rick Ross, Jay-Z, Jay Prince. It's a lot of those people that it's like when they speak, I like, oh, they talking, they on this podcast or they on this. I got to sit down and watch and listen because I know for a fact it's gonna be, it's gonna be some stuff, some knowledge being dropped. And whether I heard him say it a billion times, it's like I need that reinforcement, especially being an entrepreneur and being a business person. And then, like you said, they throw in the family aspect. And one thing I know about you is faith and family plays a huge role in your trajectory.
Most definitely.
Like you said, the very first, like when you very first started opening up your food truck, it was your mom and your brother that supported you. And for a long time, it was your brother like worked with you side by side. Your mom helped out when she could, and I know y'all were running other businesses together. So I know family for you plays a huge role as well as faith.
It means everything to me, bro. It means everything. Yeah,
and that goes without saying. So my last question for you is,
all right,
COVID. COVID is a challenge. We all know it's a challenge. What do you consider to be your biggest accomplishment or triumph or achievement during this first year of COVID?
I'm going to say I closed my stores down for 8 months, which I had other people's well-being in mind because I could have kept my stores open during COVID. So that's one thing that I think was just amazing that I did until I reopened in October. So I was closed from March to October. So when I reopened in October, we had a better grasp on what to expect and how to handle it, from implementing sneeze guards, putting more sanitation, sanitizer and stuff like that, in the stores, everybody wearing masks, which out of COVID, even after COVID is over, masks are going to be mandatory by all of my people because it's just a lot more safer for you. You know what I'm saying? Right. A lot more safer for the team members and for people that's coming, because I think about all the times you go out to eat at restaurants and you look over and the cooks is talking and laughing and joking, and guess what? Those particles are going on your food. So for me, the masks are going to be mandatory going forward. But then too, just from the business side of it, I think that, like I said, my products, bro, like I was forced to pivot. Me falling in love with doing that, and expanding on that. And, it's just been amazing, bro. Like that's why I say just everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. And if COVID wouldn't have never happened, when would I have making a jump to really go focus on my products? When would I have done that? Because I was more focused on opening up stores before COVID, bro. I had 3 more mall locations that I was going in. I had 3 more stores that I was going in, bro. And this is right before COVID happened. I was having the conversations in January and February, about to sign paperwork. And guess what? COVID happened. And I had to put all of that on hold because you don't know what is going to be, you don't know what's going to be like, what the world, like how the world, well, you seeing how the world has transitioned to Amazons, the Netflix, you know what I'm saying? You got blockbuster movies that's being released on Amazon now. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in a blockbuster movie would have been in the movie theaters, but people ain't going to the movie theaters. They're at home. You know what I'm saying? So it's, you got to pivot. When the world pivot, when things change, you got to pivot. And I think my biggest accomplishment was pivoting to my products, bro, which is a blessing, man. It's been a blessing, bro. I got some great things that I'm working on. I got, I done just name dropped a few for you that, I'm having a conversation. I had a meeting yesterday about the ranch dressing, about the ketchup, about the tartar sauce. I mean, about just doing everything, man. So, and then eventually one day, man, having my wings, in the freezers of grocery stores, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, bro, like, I'm enjoying it, bro. I'm smiling again, bro. I'm having fun with it, bro. God is blessing me. He has blessed me. He's blessed me to me or anybody in my family not to get COVID. Now, one of my close business partners who, her name is Jenny Mendez. She my right and left hand. And she she caught it and she recovering it from it. But besides that, I don't really know too many people that got it, but I know how serious it has been, and that is real. You know what I'm saying? And just it has taken a lot of people away from a lot of different families. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's very, very unfortunate, bro. It really is. But it's just going through all of this, bro. It just has taught me just so much, and I'm just thankful, bro. To be honest with you, I'm thankful. So, I'm excited about what the future holds. I don't know what the future holds. I just know that the way that things are lining up, the conversations that I'm having, the people that I'm coming in contact with, it's just life-changing stuff that's happening, bro. And it's just, but with that comes the struggle. With that comes being uncomfortable. With that comes with a lot of pain, a lot of heartache. It comes with, different things going on. So everything is not all peaches and cream, but it's just, I'm not transparent like I used to be on social media when I was first going through this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that transparent anymore. A lot of my losses, I take the same way that I celebrate the victories, isolated at the house, eat, going out to eat, that's how I celebrate accomplishment. So, you know what I'm saying? But, before I let the world know, what we got going on, but, Man, I'm just thankful, bro, and I'm very, very proud of you. Very, very thankful for you, bro. Just from the beginning, very proud of the man that you are, the father that you are, bro. You know what I'm saying? The family man that you are, the businessman that you are. You know what I'm saying? We go way, way back since 2005. You know what I'm saying? It's 2021 now. Like, I consider you not just a friend, but my brother. And, you know what I'm saying? Anything that you ever need, I don't care what it is, bro. Like, you know, we locked in, dog. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just blessings to you, bro. And I pray that the podcast I know it's going to flourish and it's going to be great, bro. And you're going to have some amazing people on here and it's going to expand to when you getting in the studio and doing all that. And then you're going to wind up getting picked up by our iHeartMedia and all. I'm telling you, I'm speaking all that on you, bro. Like I'm speaking all that on you because I know what's coming. I know what's coming your way, man, because me and you possess the same things. Our heart beats the same way, which is the reason why we connect the way that we connect. So, and you need to understand that because to be honest with you, my phone ain't really ringing like that. But people that, but people that I know made an impact in my life, what you made an impact in my life, bro, man, that's automatic. As soon as you hit me, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's love, bro. So just want to tell you, man, just on the podcast that I love you and that I appreciate you and I thank you for everything, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to be back on, bro.
Hey, 100. We definitely got to get you back on. You know, it might even be to a point where, you know, we get to get all of these business people on. And, you know, your story as well as others is so vast that it needs to be told in portions and series where each person gets their own series. But we didn't even get into the first time, you know, what the struggles you went through when you first wanted to open a restaurant, signing the lease, finding out that the lease wasn't legit, and, you know, basically losing completely out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? G-Till got a book, a movie, something got to come because it's a lot. It's a lot.
Now see when you chop this up and you edit it and you make a little clip for the advertising part, that's what you need to include in there. Cause see, I forgot all about that. But that's why I know, because not too many people know that.
Right.
Because guess what? I never went on social media and bashed that dude. I never name dropped. I just said the story, but I never bashed him. But people who know me, they know that's what I'm saying, AJ. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's how I'm rocking with you, bro, because that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people, they don't know that story. Now they gonna find out because I'm gonna tell it, one day. But I'm not. I won't name drop. You know, and you know, I'm not gonna name drop on a dude. But you know, it is.
Everybody got to pay attention because it's a lot of knowledge, you know, laced in your journey and your story. That people just got to understand, because it's like you'll see your story is a story of a man who got challenged a bunch of times. Like I know several times where other people would have just you could have gave up on and quit at them points. You know what I'm saying? And you probably know what I'm talking about, but a lot of things happen in the course of, you know, we talking 2015 to 2021, you know, and like you said, some people think they're short, but 5 to 7 years is a long time when you live in it. Once you look back on it, it's like, 5 to 7 is a small number. Because we just looking at it like 5, 7, it's a small number. But no, when you in it, it's a long time.
Because here's the thing, because here's the thing, and I'm gonna let you finish. If I can get them 7 years back, boy, I do a lot of things differently.
Hindsight is 2021. Hindsight is 2021, man. Look, like we say it to each other all the time. Me and my colleagues, like, it's easy to come through the situation and look back on the storm and be like, oh, that storm wasn't nothing. But when you in it, you know what I'm saying? You get on your knees, you pray. You feel like the walls won't close in. You feel like you ain't gonna make it. But then when you get back out, you look behind you like, oh man, that was just a little bit of rain and thunder. Like, oh, but when you in it, it's a show enough storm. And you know what I'm saying? I'm glad. I'm blessed to have people like you that I know and I can call on, that have, you know, that are persevered, and you know, people I can honestly look at you and say that you're a vision of strength, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of the things that you've gone through, a lot of the obstacles that you faced, and you continue to grow through it. You know, and you know, there was never really periods of stagnation for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could have got hit with a couple of struggles and be like, hey, all right, well, let me just tough this food truck out for the next couple of years then. But when opportunity presented itself, you was always ready. So I think that's one of the biggest takeaways that I want people to get is you got to be ready to receive opportunity, whether you want it or not. That's another big thing. Like you were doing good, and your partner came to you with an opportunity. You could have been good, and you was like, yo, opportunity came. I'm ready to receive it, whether I wanted it or not. That's
Correct.
Huge, bro. That's huge. You know what I'm saying? And a lot, like you said, your faith and your family have played a huge portion in those things. That fearlessness that you get is testament to some of the basic tools that we all need to just get through life in general. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the things we apply in life, a lot of people always say keep business and personal and that kind of stuff separate, but there are a lot of things and core beliefs and, you know, morals and values that will align us in both those things, and faith and family, and being ready to receive opportunities through those three of those things. That's particularly from you that I see that is just like the beacon that says it's possible. Things are possible. It's like keep strong, hold strong to your faith, stay close to your family, because whether, you know, a lot of the narrative going out is like, yo, your family ain't gonna support you, whatever, but that's not true for everybody. Some people it's true for, but then again, you got to also recognize who you consider your family, because it might not always be your immediate. It might be those people that you meet in college that you've known for 15 plus years that's going to support you. And it's like, that's just as much family as the people that you was born into with. You know what I'm saying? Like you got families that, blood, you know what I'm saying, that you're a part of.
Blood don't necessarily mean that you're family.
Yeah. Blood ain't nothing but linked by science, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But for you in your case, your blood helped you, your extended blood helped you, your friendship families helped you, and you know what I'm saying, your faith has definitely brought you a long way, and I'm proud to know you, bro. I'm proud to see you continue to expand and grow, especially during this time period, you know, where a lot of small businesses, particularly restaurants, succumbed to this, you know what I'm saying? Some of them are just now being able to try to even figure out how they can come back and navigate, where you close down, you know, and for your sanity, safety, and all of that, you was like, you made a decision as a business owner, and you survived it. And while you were doing it, you still expanded and grew. So it's like there's so much to see, learn, and soak up from your journey in just this past year. I ain't even talking about from 2015 on, bro. Like you got a hell of a story to tell, man. And I'm just ready. I'm just ready for everybody to really hear and experience that full story in the proper way. I don't know what that way is. That way will come to you, and I know for a fact that when that opportunity presents itself, you're gonna jump at it without hesitation, with fearlessness. For that, I'm thankful, and I'm waiting with anxiety, like just come on with it, because I know it's gonna be a beautiful story to tell, man.
Love you, bro.
So with that, hey, I love you too, dog. I'm gonna let you go, bro. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate you. Like I said, this is definitely gonna be part one of a myriad of conversations to have on. Where we just have some casual conversation, and hopefully, some people picked up something on it. But thank you all for tuning in. This is the BREADren Podcast. That's BREADren, like bread, because we always about our bread and we always getting bread. I've had a beautiful conversation with my brother Gregoire, Tillery, aka G-Till, the owner operator of BREADren Chicken and Shrimp, based out of New Orleans, Louisiana. There's also a location in LA, California. You can go on their website, BREADrenChickenandShrimp.com. You get seasonings. They got 4, 5, 16 seasons coming.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
No. It ain't BREADren Chicken and Shrimp no more. It's straight BREADrens. www.BREADrens.com. Yeah.
BREADrens.com. Straight up and down.
I don't know if you've seen, I changed the name on Instagram. So
yeah. It's
BREADren food
straight
truck.
BREADrens on Instagram. BREADrens. WEDATS. BREADrens.
Yes.
On Instagram, Facebook, the BREADrens.com. Go look. Let me tell y'all something, man. This is not because I know this man. This is not a plug. He ain't paid me to say this. Let me tell you something about that Creole seasoning, man.
Motherfucker.
Y'all know what they do with Frank's Red Hot, and I ain't saying their name no more. I put that shit on everything. That Creole seasoning goes in everything, okay?
Real,
And
real,
according to the ingredients label, it's better than some of that stuff you get in the store, man. It's
real.
way better than what you get in the store. Like you open it, and it smells like the vegetables is in there.
Yeah.
Man, hey, look, man.
Blessings, bro. I love you.
Look.
Blessings.
Get you some,
bro.
man. Get you some.
We live.
Only thing I'm requiring from G-Till is let's get one of these somewhere close to me so I can get some of this sugar.
Let's get it in Skiggy. Let's get it in Skiggy.
Oh yeah, we definitely could do that. And then let me get these seasonings closer because I got my plug in New Orleans going to Rouster sending me boxes of it.
Hey, check this out. I'm trying to put the restaurant on campus. I'm trying to get on campus. I'm trying to get it in Skiggy, bro. I'm telling you, I'm trying. I'm working.
We'll have a conversation. We'll have a conversation. We can get that ball rolling.
We got
some people in high places where we can try to make it.
Yeah, man. Come on, bro.
But yeah,
come on, bro.
I appreciate you, bro. I love you, dog.
Love you, bro. Love you too.
Anything else you want to leave the people with before we dip out?
Hey, man, look, it's been a pleasure, AJ. I love you to death, bro. I mean, I'll say this to people. If you got a dream, whatever it is, I don't care if you want to come up with a new shoestring line. Don't let nobody deter you away from that dream. I don't care who it is. Whatever your heart wants to do, pray over it, go for it, take that risk, man, because opportunity presents itself, and when it does, hey, you got to take it. So, you know what I'm saying? Stay prayed up. Everybody be safe. You know what I'm saying? Continue to mask up. You know what I'm saying? AJ, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Blessings to you and your family. Thank you for having me on here again. Thank you for all the support over the years. Thank you for being one of my very first customers on that food truck, bro. I will never, ever forget that. I love you to death, bro. Since we locked in Tuskegee in 2005, bro. You my dog, man. You know what I'm saying? Just blessings, bro. So I'm here, dog. Thank you again, bro.
No problem. Thank you. So with that being said, that's going to do it for us here at the BREADren Podcast. Follow us on all social media at BREADren Podcast Series on Facebook, at BREADren Pod on Instagram. That's BREADRENPOD. Bread like bread because we always about our bread. We always give bread. We love all y'all. Yes, and as my illustrious colleague, Dr. Lovett, always says, people over things, y'all. Remember that. We love y'all, and there's nothing you can do about it. So with that said, peace.